has officially made his tribute post to Pride Month. Y'all, I'm joking, but listen, Stefon Diggs is unhinged. He is a little demon. Do you know that he did this post, which many say was a plea for him to get back on Cardi's good side? Now, what am I talking about? We all know Cardi has this. She is, when it comes to her man, she is one of the most forgiving, empathetic people. As much as she likes to say that Lotto was PU, when it comes to her relationships, when it comes to her man, to quote Cardi, she is far too forgiving, and we think she gives out far too much grace, right? But, and she said, according to that was PU, because that's what Lotto does with Ice Spice. Better to give out grace to a rap girlie than the man laying in your bed. But let's get to that, because people are saying that Stefon is Stefon. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And Stefon got that dog in him, okay? And he's been trying to prove to Cardi that he can straighten up and fly right. But we all know that cricket plane is a little engine that could. Anyway, so Stefon did this post. We're going to get into this post because he was literally mocking and humiliating Cardi in the post. At least we think so. Okay, so let's get into all the posts. And then we went to Stefon's Finsta, his burner account, and we got those things too. So let's get into this, all right? So Stefon Diggs posted this. Interesting get up. I don't care what y'all say. And listen, I know that there are rumors that Stefon and a lawsuit saying Stefon prefers the strong touch of a man when he's in the mood. We don't know if that's true. One thing I can say is Stefon really loves the fit and the cut of women's clothes. Look at the pink bag. Okay, fine. Pink, who cares? I'm not into that, right? But look at the way the crop top alluringly shows a little bit of stomach. Tell me that's not a baddie. Tell me that's not a baddie. Literally, two fans and a baddie friend. Baddie friend. Tell me that's not a baddie. Anyway, and he got the international baddie uniform, which is camouflage jeggings, or these look like boot cuts, but you know how everybody got a pair of camouflage jeggings. What do you call them? Or boot cut, right? Anyway, he said this: one day at a time, trying to keep things as simple as possible. Again, one day at a time. Now, some people say this is too Cardi. We're going to get into why. Some people say it's to the woman he might be seeing now. Other people say it's to one of his baby's moms. Well, Stefon, it can be all the above. Again, I think that maybe Stefon says one of the biggest way he has proved that he loves Cardi is he has not created another life onto this earth that bears the Diggs name. Again, Stefon loves the kids, or loves making them at the very least. Anyway, right? That's right. You let her know. Anyway, right? You let her know who the real prize in the relationship is. Anyway, right? Then he posted this. Where is it at? Oh, yeah. So that's it. One day at a time, trying to keep things as simple as possible. All right, Stefon. So anyway, he posted this, right? To which I was talking to Jamie, and Jamie was like, oh, you read books now? I guess. But I thought that the choice of books was very interesting because when you just listen to what somebody tells you, they let you know what bullshit and time they're on. The Art of War, Tuesdays with Maury, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and Good Vibes. You guys, this is a emotionally manipulative person's playbook. Emotionally manipulated person's playbook. And Stefon is putting it right on there. Now, anyone that is infected with avian flu might be like, oh my God, he's trying to do better. How, Sway? How? Look what he has up there. How is he trying to do better? The Art of War. I don't care what else you got on there. The Art of War. That is the numero uno book for people that are trying to manipulate you. That is a numero, become the master. Like, it is a numero uno book, okay? So it's actually the 33 Strategies of War. Listen, now I consulted a few people, relationship experts, and I was like, you think I'm over reading into it or he's trying to manipulate? And they were like, nah, T, so listen to this. They said that 33 Strategies of War, that's the obvious one, since it's literally adversarial. Stuff like the death ground strategy, forced to do or die moment, controlled unpredictability, to keep someone off balance, or attacking the flank instead of head on, apply to a person. They manufacture urgency, keeping them guessing, never confronting directly, so they can never get a clean read on you. I mean, that does sound like a man. That does in fact sound like a man who, what? A man who had how many women pregnant at the same time? and then invited all of them over to Christmas, except for the famous one, and then humiliated somebody on a court, then came back and said, I saw we, and they somehow were saying he rose to the occasion. Now, Emotional Intelligence 2.0, they said this teaches reading emotional cues and self-regulation. Now, they said, however, somebody was trying to manipulate and flip it. This is a manipulator's core skill. Spotting and remember this is important. Spotting exactly what someone's feeling and staying cool while you press on it. Empathy as targeting data rather than connections. And again, keep in mind that book, keep in mind Emotional Intelligence 2.0, because Stefon couldn't even take the fact that he was taunting, but trying to be like, I saw we, and then he flipped it on his burner account. Hold on, we come up with the receipts on that. They also say good vibes, good life. Now, this is a self-love, raise your vibration book, but if you're going to be cynical, right? You can really hit them with the, I've changed, I'm so at peace now, performance. Weaponized growth where the glow up is staged as bait rather than being real. And also Tuesdays with Maury. Now, they said you can also borrow on that sentimentality, quoting deep life and death wisdom to see profound and tug heartstrings whenever you need it, okay? Also, the Book of Joy, that's by the Dalai Lama. It's in the back, in that corner. You can hit them with the, I've done so much inner work. Again, this might melt your heart if you have the avian flu, the bird flu, being like, oh my God, he's trying so hard to change. If I saw this on somebody's Instagram, I would be truly scared. You are a manipulative person. You are manipulative, and this is weird. Okay, so anyway, right? So that then he posted this pic. I think that's how I always said Stefon looks like an evil 7-year-old. He has John Legend face, like permanent baby face, right? But John Legend doesn't look like an evil baby. He just looks like a permanent baby. Stefon looks like a bad kid, right? And he said, one day at a time, trying to keep things as simple as possible. I guess he's showing himself playing dice, dominoes, like, what do you call it? Craps? I don't know. So, like, get out of here. Get out of here. And the thing is, Stefon really thinks he is the looker in the situation. And I guess that's good if you want a man to delight in how he looks, but I don't know. Seems a little bit off. Anyway, let's keep going into Stefon's thing. Then he posted, so then this is when I was like, yo, there's something wrong. In my opinion, Stefon is a little demon. In my opinion. Do I have proof that he is for sure demon born? No. But if we found out that he is demon born or has the blood of Satan's disciples flowing through his veins, I would not be surprised. That's all I'm saying, right? So on his burner account, I need therapy for real. Look what he said. This is after he doubled down that everybody's just like, oh, he's trying to kiss up to Cardi, show he's a better man, show he's changed. And I said, girl, look what he put on his Finsta. Same. And so you know that it's coming from him. I guess he wanted the world to know he ain't soft like that. He put, I'm the type to know something bothers you and intentionally try to make it worse. And he put laughing emojis. And then he did the rest of his Pride Month post. Seductively pulling down. Tell me this ain't the baddest Instagram baddie you've seen, right? It's like Stefon, if he wasn't a player, he would be one of those guys on the clubs with their purses standing up while the girls are sitting down. Anyway, right? I'm the type to know something bothers you. Why does that play in? Because remember I told you about Emotional Intelligence 2.0 and I talked to somebody that is versed in relationship therapy.